everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Vanessa and I make lots of bookish and writing related content, so if that's something you're into, stick around and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about diversity readers, which are also known as sensitivity readers. Should writers use diversity readers? What exactly are diversity readers, and do they really censor writers like some people think? Well, that's what we're going to get into today. And if you're a writer and you're interested in finding a diversity reader, stick around to the end of this video because I'll have an exciting announcement for you. So let's start with the first basic question. What are diversity readers? Diversity readers, also known as sensitivity readers, are readers who identify with the marginalized group and can offer feedback to the writer about inaccuracies and harmful representation of their characters that share the same cultural identification. For example, if a white straight author has a black gay character in their novel, then it would be a good idea for them to have a sensitivity reader, someone who is also black and gay, to give them feedback on their work, point out any stereotypes they may have overlooked, or anything inaccurate to that character. Now, sensitivity readers tend to have a negative connotation in the past, which is probably why I prefer the term diversity readers, but essentially they're the same thing. Though I don't think diversity readers has quite a negative connotation as sensitivity readers. But let's talk about why it's had such a negative connotation and why some writers are so resistant to the idea. Some people see diversity or sensitivity readers as like the censor police. They think it's censorship. They're going to control and dictate what a writer can and cannot write. This is simply not true, and to say so would give way too much power to the diversity reader. Diversity readers are not here to tell authors, you can't say this or you can't write that. Rather, they're here to say, have you considered this perspective? Are you aware of this bias? Diversity readers give you feedback on what works well and what could be seen as a problem. And they may offer suggestions on how to fix it, but that's it. You are still the writer. It is still your book. At the end of the day, it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to take that feedback and make some changes. Diversity readers are not going to hold you in some imaginary literary prison for not incorporating their feedback. Diversity readers exist for the same reasons any type of editor or beta reader exists, to help make the author's story into the best possible version it can be. Their job is to come alongside the writer and help make their characters as dynamic, authentic, and well-rounded as possible. So can we please stop trying to make them the enemy? They really aren't. Now, on the flip side of this, a note to authors who use diversity readers. Please understand you'll never be able to please every single person 100% of the time. Just because you have a diversity reader for your disabled character or your Muslim character doesn't mean that your story will be foolproof or that you'll never offend someone in that group. We are all individual people, and even within a marginalized group, we all have individual thoughts and opinions. Not every black person will agree on the topic. Not every disabled person will agree either. Just look at some of Jubilee's videos and you can see that. If you've never checked out Jubilee's channel, I'll leave them linked down below. But they do several videos on topics like, do all black people think the same? Do all Asian people think the same? Do all disabled people think the same? And obviously the answer is no. So keep that in mind. Just because you have a transgendered person read your book and they're okay with it, doesn't mean it won't offend another transgendered person. So now you're probably thinking, well, if I'm gonna end up offending someone either way and I can't please everyone, then what's the point of even having diversity readers? The point isn't to never offend someone. The point is to portray your characters as accurately and authentically as possible. And that's where diversity readers help. Especially because we all have unconscious biases that we're not aware of. In one of my Facebook groups, I was talking to someone about the movie Me Before You and why it caused such a backlash within the disabled community. And the person I was talking to said she didn't see the movie the same way. She saw it as the story of a guy who went through a tragic accident and couldn't adjust to his new life and wanted to end his life. And she said she thought that was okay and people should be able to do that if they want to. It's their choice. But then my question was, would she still feel that same way if it was an able-bodied person who went through something tragic and couldn't adjust and wanted to kill themselves? Would she still encourage them to commit suicide and say it's their choice? Or would she try to stop them and get them help and try to get them to see all they have to live for? These are some of the unconscious biases that some people don't realize they have, because if it's the latter, then essentially the message you're giving is that disabled lives are not worth living. They're to be pitied, and if they want to die, then they should. So do you see why this is harmful? And can you see why diversity readers are needed? So that's why I think diversity readers are an essential part of the writing process. And that's why I want to connect writers with diversity readers, especially if you're writing about a disabled character. Which brings me to my announcement for all you writers out there. I now have a diversity reading service that I offer. You can get all the details on my website. The link will be in the description below. But essentially, if you're writing a disabled character who uses a wheelchair, or a black female character, or even a Christian character, then I'd love to chat with you and see if I would be a good fit to help with your story. If I'm not the right fit, that's okay, because I've also created a directory on my site with diversity readers that you can connect with. So make sure to check out my site to see how you can get connected. Again, the link will be in the description below. And if you're interested in becoming a diversity reader yourself and want to be added to my directory, fill out the contact form on my website and put in the subject line diversity reader. So that's it for this video today. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below, have you used diversity readers before? Or if not, would you want to use them in your writing process? Why or why not? If you like this video and you want to see more like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I post new videos every other Thursday, so I will see you guys soon. Bye.